this is Frank Russo with Clark State College, assistant coach and recruiting coordinator with Figure It Out Baseball today. The next video you're going to watch is fielding the ball with gloves on our feet, no footwork yet, just body positioning. So the next thing we're going to do is positioning on the feet, no footwork yet, just gloves and feet. Actually, just position. So we're going to talk a little bit about his toes. Gardner is a third baseman, so he's going to have a little bit less flex in his legs, but we really want to work on our toes being either pointed in or straight. What happens when we get toes pointed out is we get back on our heels. All right, so if I come up here, this is a really good thing to do with kids and they love it, they think it's hilarious. So if I over exaggerate toes pointed out, all right, and I push them, all right, now we'll go the other way, toes pointed out, okay, if I push them, it's not gonna have much of a base, all right? Now over exaggerate toes pointed in a little bit, all right? Now get low a little bit. If I push, much stronger base. Why does that matter? Because like I said earlier, what we really want to do is try and get that short hop. If my toes are pointed out, I'm limited to how much range I have here. My toes are pointed in, I'm so much more flexible and have such a stronger base, I can get the short hop in any of this whole area right here. So it gives you more opportunity to get that short hop that we really, really want. Okay, so we're gonna focus on toes and knees inside the body so you can get a nice solid base. Glove to the ground, all the way to the ground, good. What we can do here is, Gardner does a really good job of getting his glove open. He will present the pocket early and get it wide open. We can use a little more flex here. Flex, other way. There we go, that's what we want. Now we have 2 points of flexion here. First, we're gonna secure the ball, push, clap, and then we can collect. Go ahead. Push, clap, good. Right. We're not going to do the footwork yet, but that's the position we want to be in. One of the reasons that I really stress push, clap. Okay, you'll hear a lot of people talk about they want to create soft hands. That's what we were all taught growing up, create soft hands. I think the idea is right, but for me, what they used to tell us was, you know, if there's a bird's egg up in the tree or a water balloon up in the rafters and it falls from the ceiling, we want to create soft hands. Why do we want to create soft hands when the egg's falling out of the tree? So it doesn't what? Break. Right, so it doesn't break. A baseball won't break, right? So soft hands for me isn't the right term. For me, it's more like athletic hands, quick hands, strong hands, all right? We want to secure that ball. When we let the thing move around, okay, we let that thing move around on us, pops out, climbs up my body. When people talk about letting the ball play you, that's letting the ball play me, okay? I want to move through the ball. So I'm going to push and secure, and then I can collect, okay? The reason why I split that up and break it up is because if I tell kids push, clap, collect, right? And they see me do this, it looks like I collected first, right? I've been doing this for 30 years, right? I'm not collecting first. I'm pushing, securing the ball, and then collecting. So if you slow it down, push and then collect. Next step is just push through. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do 10 of these. Push, clap, good. Again, you'll know they're doing it right when you hear that good pop. Do it wrong. Do it wrong for me one time. No. Do it wrong for me. Right. You don't hear that as much. That ball's moving. That's why you don't hear it. Push, clap. Push, clap. Good. You can work on a little more flexion. You're a little stiff here. It means you just got to get lower. So a lot of times if you see that, the kid's getting really stiff right here, they're not low enough. Right? So get to your spot. You're a little stiff. So if you sink, now you can get more flexion. Okay, good. It's really important to sink. When we sink and get our eyes lower, it's easier to read the hops. So we want to sink if we can. Also, when you sink, it's easier to get your glove farther out. Okay. We move into glove side now. Okay, so all we're going to do on this drill is just move our body a little bit as if we're moving that direction. This is the ball we can't get in front of. We're not going to stop. We can't stop. We're on the run. We're not going to reach across our body with 2 hands because that makes us less athletic. All right, so we're going to have one hand out here, glove to the ground. Again, we're not going to start up in the air and work down. Start down, work up. All right, glove open, move it in the direction you're running. Again, I don't want you to move. I don't want you to swing it back. Yeah, you're on the run. Good. We'll go 10 reps of this as well. Good. We'll do these every single day. We'll start on the ground with no glove, work up to glove, then to the feet, then we'll prime our feet and start moving around. But we do these every single day. And then pre-game, after we do our stretches and get loose and everything, and we go through IO, then we'll do this again, pre-game. All right, now we'll go to backhand. So there's many different ways to do a backhand, but when we're doing this drill, again, it's 4 hands, it's 4 feet. We're gonna get ourselves in this position. The reason our left foot is out of the way, 2 reasons. Number 1, get your gloves to the ground. His gloves on the ground, right? He's gonna push through. Now, once we start talking about, the first thing is, do it again. The reason his left foot's out of the way is we don't want the left foot to get in the way of the ball. That's number 1. Number 2, as we work into footwork, he's gonna push through, step, step, straight to his target. If his left foot is over here, first of all, now you're competing with the ball with your foot. The other thing is now we're gonna have to step behind. I don't like step behind. If you step behind, now we're going towards right field instead of first base. That's number 1. Number 2 is the obvious trip, okay? And it's gonna take me more steps to get to this position. Everything we do, I wanna get our infielders to this position. Not so much way up here, just our footwork. So this is gonna allow us to get into that footwork to make a good throw in as little steps as possible. Glove to the ground, push. Glove to the ground, open, gloves open. Eyes are behind his glove. He can see it. You can see he's moving through with his body and his eyes are seeing himself field the baseball. Good pop. If you move through fast, ball's gonna stay in there. Another thing that I see a lot of times when people are doing these drills is you'll see these loopy flips. That doesn't replicate anything. So what we really wanna do is a nice firm 1-hop, okay? And you can kind of mix it up. Like I'll mix it up a little bit with these guys that are a little more advanced. I'll mix it up where I'll give them a 2-hopper, okay? I'll give them a deep hop. Again, everything we do when we're doing these, trying to field the short hop, we want to make sure we're not trying to grab it out of the air, because then it's just a guess. So if I want to mix it up, sometimes I'll mix one deep, okay? Or I'll mix in a 2-hop or a 3-hop, or a nice firm right there. So again, when your team's doing this, a lot of times I'll see teams come in and do this and they'll have their players doing it with each other, and that's what we want to do. But what we want to make sure is that I tell the little kids, be a good flipper guyer, all right? Be a good flipper guyer, because you're going to help your teammate. The other player is really getting better, learning how to do this as well. Be a good flipper guyer. Good. This is Frank Russo with Clark State College in Springfield, Ohio, associate head coach and recruiting coordinator. The last video was on our feet, body positioning with gloves on, fielding the baseball. The next video we're going to watch is going to be about footwork and incorporating that into fielding the baseball and moving through the baseball and getting your feet set to make a good throw.